Welcome to Myth to Anime, a series where I take the mythological creatures that you recommend and I change them to anime characters. Today's mythological creature is Oni from Japanese folklore. For the ones that don't know about the Oni, they are Japanese yokai, which is a supernatural being. If you're familiar with an orc or a hobgoblin, it's similar to those. It has a big body, not too good looking face, super strength, super regeneration, and a lot of other cool abilities. If you have any mythological creatures that you want to see, whether it be a phoenix, Cthulhu, or from Greek mythology or Norse, just leave it in the comments and then hit the subscribe button. Just stay tuned and see all the cool anime characters that I make in the future, because I'm constantly improving my art. Even if you look at the last video I did with the kappa, you can tell the difference between that and the shading in this one. I didn't record the sketch for this one, but I did have the time lapse going, so the time lapse was able to catch the sketch for it. So I'm gonna put the time lapse as a short, and the short should be coming out, I would say, probably a couple minutes after this video is out. So if you want to watch the sketch, you can go watch the short and it'll have it in it. See, around here I noticed that it looked more like a yandere Oni girl instead of what I was intentionally going for, which was more like a cute kawaii, I guess you could say, Oni girl. And yeah, it turned out to be more yandere style with the smile. The smile changed the whole vibe of the portrait, I guess, or the artwork. It turned out for a good. I'm happy with the end product of it. Let me know if y'all want to see the sketching for this one, because I know I have it in the short, or like let me know if y'all want to see the sketching put into the long videos, because usually I just go based off the watch time and try gauging it like that, because usually whenever I put the sketch in, people don't usually watch as long, so I started just taking them out. But around here I was having trouble because I don't know if you can see it by the hair, there's a gap, and I was using the fill tool to fill in the colors, and it wasn't recognized. Well, it was bleeding in to the hair. I edited it out, but it was bleeding into the hair, so I had to fill or like connect the lines on the hair instead of doing what I was originally going to do, which was doing the blending with the airbrush tool and the blend tool. That's what I was planning on doing at first, but it wasn't going to work with how, or it was going to take a lot more time to do it since the fill tool wasn't working as well. I like the coloring that I used on this one. I was going for more of a I was trying to make it stick out more, because that's the whole goal of me doing this series, or there's multiple goals of me doing this series, but during this I was trying to think of a way to make it stick out and make it look different from other Onis that are online, and that's why I went with this color scheme, because usually Onis are red and blue and like different colors like that, but I wanted to go with this one because like whenever you see them in anime, they're usually depicted as humans but just with horns, or they're usually not like this. I've seen a few on Pinterest that look like this, but I was trying to change it around a little bit with the eye color and the hair, because I also wanted to go with the complementary color for the red, and I didn't really want to use black because I feel like I use black hair in a lot of art. I didn't want to like keep on using that. The shading was pretty hard on this one, but I'm happy with how it turned out, because even though it was hard to do it on this one, it was still fun to do. Like, I was having trouble with the lip. Around the lip area, it didn't look right whenever I was doing it. And I had to have that part shaded. I just wasn't sure how I was going to shade it, because it has to be shaded because the hand is blocking the light, because the light is coming from her left side. So there shouldn't be any light reaching that point. And like, I was confused for the longest time, because I was looking at it and something just wasn't like, it wasn't looking right. And I was thinking it was the shading on the lips. I thought, oh, maybe I have it too dark right there, or maybe I should blend it. And it was like one of those moments where I think I was just tunnel vision, and like I just needed to take a step back and then look at something else, and then come back here and then start again with fresh eyes, because I noticed it was the teeth and the tongue, because it's too bright, because those should also be shaded, because the teeth right now are the same color as the hair, but they shouldn't be that color if they're in the shade. I was also having a little bit difficulty with the hair, because I was in a dilemma where I wanted to do more shading, but then I felt like if I did, it would start looking extra, and it would start like seeming like I was overdoing it with the shading. That's always a problem that I'm having, is whether or not I should keep on adding stuff to it or not. Like whether I should keep on shading, or if I should just let it stay right there. I was originally gonna make her clothing like prisoner clothing, and like make it torn and make it like the rags and stuff. And I was gonna put chains, like the handcuff chains, around her arm, after I noticed that like she had a more crazy look on her face instead of the cute look I was going for. But then whenever I was doing it, I was drawing the chains, and then it just, I don't know, it just didn't fit the picture that I was going for. And so I changed it to this. I guess you could kind of say it's like school uniform, or like a suit. But this was the part right here that I noticed that it was the teeth that were messing up the picture, or that was making me feel off about the shading. And then I noticed there was still something else, and it was the eyes. The eyes, they're fine, but like it just kind of throws it off, because it's bland. It doesn't really have any color to it. It's bright orange with black pupils, and then everything else looks like it has details to it. So it kind of throws off the whole the vibe of it, when everything else has details to it, but then the eyes don't have anything added, because I'm adding lighting to the hands and shading to the neck and clothing. So I was like, oh, okay, let me change the eyes, let me do some shading on the eyes. And it's kind of weird that like it looks good like this, but just changing that one thing on the eyes, just adding a little bit of detail to it, will change the whole picture, change the whole artwork. So I thought that was pretty crazy, but it turned out really good after I changed the eyes. One recommendation I can give is, at least for me, it's difficult choosing what type of art, or like what type of style I want to go with the eyes. So a recommendation would be to go on Pinterest and look on there, and just type in like anime eyes, or whatever type of eyes that you're going for. And you don't necessarily have to like copy it for like pixel for pixel, but you can like start scrolling through and then find one that you like and then start like implementing different features of that one, or like take different features from different eyes that you see and implement it. Like you want a shark pupil, but then the eyebrows or like the eyelashes you want to have long. For example, on this one, I knew I wanted to have a background, but I wasn't sure what I wanted it to be. And I saw on YouTube someone had a speech bubble, so I decided to go with that, and then I came up with my own idea and like kind of like a play on words.